Hello everyone, and welcome to another Pyro Gaming video. Today is Monday, which means it is time for another installment of Nightfall vs. Shaxx Bounty, the weekly series where I go in and complete the Nightfall as well as the weekly bounties from Shaxx across all three of my characters and see which activity yields the better rewards. Now, as it stands right now, this is currently episode 7, and the Nightfall has a 4-2 lead over the Shaxx bounty. The Nightfall is crushing it, man. So before we get into the actual loot this week, let's go ahead and talk about how the scoring system works for those of you that are watching this series for the first time. A 5-point reward is a large chunk of strange coins. This is like 14, 15, 16, 17, and upwards strange coins, not just 1 or 2 or 3 of coins. A 4-point reward is any exotic item, whether it be weapon or armor, regardless of light level, regardless of perks. A 3-point reward is any legendary piece of weapon or armor, again, regardless of light level, regardless of perks. A 2-point reward is any Eververse Trading Company item, class item, or ghost shell, regardless of light level, regardless of perks. And that 1-point reward down there at the bottom, the skeleton keys, that is a Nightfall specific reward, and that is there because they seem to drop very, very infrequently. I have done the Nightfall 3 times a week since Rise of Iron came out, and I have yet to get one. So now that we have all that taken care of, let's go ahead and talk about the Nightfall this week. It was the Undying Mind Strike with Epic, Specialist, Fresh Troops, Match Game, and Airborne. As long as you didn't get the Vex Minotaurs in that one room, it was pretty easy. Those Vex Minotaurs are a pain in the ass. But nonetheless, let's jump right in and take a look at this goofy-looking bastard dying a couple of times. We'll start with the Titan, as we always do. We run over here and pick up the boss loot, and you can see that there is no skeleton key on the ground. Struck out again. No fucking skeleton keys, man. They really need to buff the drop rate of those because it's a bit ridiculous. However, the Titan does pull a pretty good aftermatch reward in the form of some strange coins, which is worth 5 points. That is a solid start to the Nightfall. So, it's not looking good for Shaxx bounty right off the bat. Next up on the Warlock, still using the same, or pretty much the same loadout. I was playing around with Telesto, but look at this guy's fucking skeleton key! Finally! My first skeleton key from a Nightfall since Rise of Iron came out, and this strike drops Imago loop, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this bad boy right now, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at this Imago that I got, and it's decent for PvE. It comes with triple taps, so I mean that's always a good thing to have on hand cannon since the magazines are so low, but I'll take it, man, I'll take it. And for the aftermatch rewards, what? A skeleton key and an exotic? We pull the Thagomizers? So we get plus 1 point for the skeleton key, plus another 4 points for the exotic, for a total of 5 points, bringing our total so far for the first 2 characters up to 10 points for the Nightfall. The Nightfall is just absolutely crushing it this week, man. So next up on the Hunter, we'll go ahead and go pick up our loot from the boss here, and we struck out again with the skeleton key, but honestly, I'm just happy I got the one. I do enjoy Imago loop. It reminds me of Fatebringer, go figure. And for an aftermatch reward, the Hunter pulls 3 of coins. Each character pulls 5 points, bringing the Nightfall's total to 15 points, guys. Holy crap. Talk about setting the bar high right out of the gate. It is not looking good for the Shaxx bounty. So let's talk about the Shaxx bounty this week. Each week, Shaxx has a special bounty that you can go pick up, and it'll make you go complete 7 matches in a certain game mode and complete a few objectives. So for this week, it was complete 7 matches in the Clash playlist and get 50 kills with a primary weapon, get 25 assists, and 25 ability kills. Now, all of these were pretty easy with the exception of the ability kills because I run a Striker Titan, and the suppressor grenade for the Striker Titan, or not suppressor, but the flashbang grenade, or whatever it's called, it's very hit and miss. So it was really hard for me to get the ability kills with the Titan because, you know, when you run Fist of Havoc, you might get a couple to group up every now and then, but most of the time you're slamming the ground and getting 1 or 2. So it was definitely a challenge getting the ability kills with the Titan. The Hunter and the Warlock, not bad at all. Scatter grenades with Nothing Manacles and Trip Mine grenades with Sealed Ahamkaras, not bad at all. So we'll go ahead and start with the Titan here. We'll turn in his bounty. We always start Titan, Warlock, Hunter. And the Titan pulls an Ill Will Hand Cannon, which is a legendary item worth 3 points. We'll take a look at it, and not bad perks. I mean, this is the high impact, low rate of fire archetype similar to the first curse, so I will definitely hang on to this and try it out. Next up on the Warlock, we'll go ahead and turn his bounty in, And fingers crossed, hope we get something good, and we do not. We get the Stag, which in my opinion is one of the most useless exotics in the game, but nonetheless, it is worth 4 points, bringing our total so far to 7. Not looking good for you, Shaxxy Poo. And lastly, on the Hunter, we'll go ahead and pop his bounty. Have a look, and we do pull an exotic in the form of a bad juju worth 4 points, but unfortunately that's only going to bring the Shaxx total for the week up to 11 points, whereas the Nightfall was 15 points. Now, I know that there's going to be a comment down below, it's like, oh man, Nightfall has such an unfair advantage because the strange coins and 3 of coins. All right, it's the same thing that's in the Shaxx bounty loot table. So the Shaxx bounty has just as much of a chance of getting those as a reward as the Nightfall does. But in any case, guys, the Nightfall is now leading this series 5-2 after 7 episodes. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to be doing the Nightfall every single week because the loot has drastically improved in Rise of Iron. So drop a comment in the box below. Let me know what you got from completing these activities this week, and let me know what you think, man. I think the Nightfall is just killing it. I think the Nightfall, without a doubt, right now has the better loot, whereas before Rise of Iron, it was the Shaxx bounty, without a doubt. But anyway, guys, that's going to bring this portion of the video to an end. Now we're going to move on to the community focus section of this video, and this week's shout-out goes to a friend of mine by the name of Black Mead Gaming. You might have heard me talk about him before. You probably saw him do the Nightfall with me here just a second ago. He runs a YouTube channel that's still very small, but this guy puts so much effort into his videos, man. If you guys are into the lore behind some of Destiny's exotic weapons like Necrochasm, Zalo Supercell, the Vault of Glass one that I can't think of the name, Vex Mythoclast, there you go. Like, just all the exotic weapons in the game, he goes back and he, like, researches all the lore on them, and he writes a script. He, like, adds his own stuff to it, and they are fucking amazing, man. Seriously, he's probably one of my favorite YouTubers right now to watch because his videos are just so in-depth and cool and creative and unique. So if you guys are into the lore behind some of your exotics, or, you know, you just want to be entertained, honestly, go check out Black Mead Gaming. I showed one of his videos a while back, and that was kind of one of his first videos. He has grown so much as a YouTuber since he first started uploading on YouTube. And, I mean, he's really figured out what he's doing, what he wants to do, what he wants his channel to be. And, yeah, man, go check him out. I'll put a link down below, and you guys can let me know what you think and let him know what you think because he does great work. But anyway, guys, that's going to bring the commentary portion of this video to an end. I thank you so much for watching. I really enjoy this series. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Yeah, man, that's going to bring the commentary to an end. Feel free to stick around. Got a few minutes of gameplay left. I'll pop on some music. You know the routine. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click like. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, I fucking love you. Thank you for watching, and take care, guys.
Let's make a run together, I'll be by your side before we collide. And if the sky falls down on you, just beat it up before we collide. Let's make it last forever, I'm ready to fly before we collide. And when the sun don't shine on you, just heat it up before we collide. Let's make a run together, I'll be by your side before we collide. And if the sky falls down on you, just beat it up before we collide. Let's make it last forever, I'm ready.